What's good, people? This is KM.Little right here. We're gonna be watching serial killer realizes he's been caught 45 years later. With this video right here, I have not watched it yet, but before we get into it, I want to make sure that you like. If you like this video, make sure you comment and also make sure you subscribe. I'm trying to hit 2,000 subscribers. Make sure you go follow my Twitch, and yeah, so let's get straight into the video.
Hi, good morning. I'm so sorry. I'm super embarrassed.
Yeah.
Hi, puppy.
Let me get.
This man is 74-year-old John Arthur Getrew, an elderly homeowner in Hayward, California. What he doesn't know is that he's speaking with an undercover officer closing in on a decades-old secret, and things are about to take an unexpected turn.
I was turning around in your driveway and I accidentally hit your car.
Which one?
The one parked in the driveway. Do you want to maybe take a look to see if we should exchange insurance information?
Take a peek.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. So embarrassing.
Sheriff's office. Yeah, go ahead. Hands behind your back. Face the car. Go ahead, face the car.
All right, what's this?
We'll talk to you in a minute.
Anybody else in the house?
No, my wife's at work.
Deputies give John a routine pat-down before he's led to the front seat of a police vehicle.
Take a seat.
You want to rest on that
You're
seat?
gonna close the door, make sure the dogs.
Yes.
We'll take care of your dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Though he hasn't been told why he's been arrested, John applauds the deputies for the ruse.
Good line for coming out of the house. Get that guy out of the house.
Months earlier, cold case investigators in Santa Clara County reopened a murder case that had remained unsolved for 45 years. DNA from the crime scene was compared to a public database, allowing investigators to trace a family tree and identify John, a husband, father, and former Boy Scout leader, as the primary suspect. Investigators bring him in for questioning, hoping to uncover the truth. Is this devoted husband and father simply the wrong man? Or has his carefully lived life been a cover for something far more sinister? The following is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before.
So I'm Sergeant Cortez, okay? I'll let you know what's going on and why you're here today, okay?
I'd like to know.
Yeah, absolutely, of course. Before I let you know what's going on, I just want to get your personal information. Just confirm your name. Your full name is John Arthur
Getrew.
Getrew?
Getreu.
Okay. Were you ever in the military?
No.
No. Have you ever been arrested in the past?
No.
John shares basic information about his past and childhood, revealing that he was born in Newark, Ohio, and spent the early years of his life moving frequently due to his father's long military career. He spent a significant part of his teen years in West Germany, where his family lived on a U.S. military base.
Now, you mentioned that he had never been arrested, and I found out something happened in Germany.
Okay.
Can you tell me about that?
I was arrested in Germany.
Okay, what happened with that? Can you tell me about that?
I was accused of murder.
The revelation is especially jarring, given that he's here today on accusations of his involvement in a completely separate murder.
Tell me about what happened. What was the accusation against you?
I killed a chaplain's daughter.
Okay.
And that was all I knew.
Okay. Do you remember what happened?
No.
With this young female?
No.
No?
I didn't even know her.
The young girl, 15-year-old Margaret Williams, attended a dance at an American youth club one Saturday night in 1963, when John was just 18 years old. The two were said to have met on the street shortly after, where she agreed to let him walk her home. Her body was discovered the next day on a baseball diamond behind the club. She'd been sexually assaulted and strangled.
You didn't even know her? Why did they arrest you? I mean,
Probably the next day
Okay.
after they found the body, I guess.
Okay. How did they tie you to this body? How did they connect you to this body?
Somebody had seen me, walk that direction or walk towards a school, or
Okay.
it was an elementary school.
Okay. Did you... I mean, I don't know the details of what
I
happened.
don't know the details either, so
Okay. Did you actually meet this young lady?
that's what they say.
Though John maintains his innocence, he was found guilty at trial for Margaret's murder, ultimately receiving a sentence of 10 years in a German juvenile prison. Because of his age at the time, he was released after serving roughly 2/3 of his sentence. Then he walked free.
And so you spent actually 6 years in prison?
Something like that.
Wow. And then how, after you were released, what happened?
I just was dropped off at McGuire Air Force Base, and my father picked me up, and that was it.
That was it? You came back to the
Never
United
heard
States?
a word from him. Nothing.
Okay.
After returning to the United States, John moved to California, and in 1975 was once again at the center of a serious crime.
And then at some point, there was another accusation against you about a sexual assault from the Palo Alto Police Department?
Palo Alto Police Department.
Okay.
That's when I was the leader of an Explorer post.
Okay. Can you tell me about what happened there?
Nothing.
Okay.
You know, I
It's
was
just
accused, interviewed, and that was it.
Okay. What's this allegation? I got to ask you.
Yeah.
You know, this allegation that this young girl made against you that you sexually assaulted her. Did that actually happen?
No, not that not that I know of. And if I was arrested for specifically that and then not even tried, and then nothing's happened, like I told him, nothing happened.
Yeah.
I never saw her again.
It's like it's like this, right? If you already been accused of murder, or say like this, right? I stole from Walmart. I already been accused, arrested, tried. I got to pay a fine of $500 because I stole $500 worth of stuff from Walmart, and I got like 3 months probation. The second time, I go in Walmart, and I get accused of stealing. I get arrested, and now I'm in the room talking to investigators. I already got a history of stealing from Walmart. What would make me believable that I'm telling the truth? What type of evidence do I have that will make it seem like, oh, he ain't stealing from Walmart when I already stole from Walmart again? You already got tried, arrested, did your time, 6 years, supposed to be 10. 10 years for a rape and murder is light. That is light for an 18-year-old. He should have been doing 20 minimum. If they gonna give him some years, 20 minimum. Then I just can't see you getting out at 24 years old. If I had a family member that died and it been 45 years and they ain't catch him, it's like, if it was my mom or my dad that died, it's just like, I don't know if I would feel a sense of like, yes, they finally caught him. He need to do years. He need to die in prison. It's just like, I don't know if I would be satisfied. 45 years later from now, say my mom died. My mom died by murder now. I'm 27 years old. 45 years later, I'm in my 70s, and he's in his, let's just say he's in his 70s. He's the same age as me. It's just like, I don't know if I would be satisfied. I'm 70 years old. Like I don't know if I would be satisfied being 70 years old and they finally caught my mom's murder. Now they want to try him. They ask me like, oh, do you want us to try him and stuff like that? I'm gonna still say, yeah, go get him. He need to die in prison. But I'm not gonna feel a sense of satisfaction from it. Just be like, all right, he just need to go die in prison. He just need to go do the rest of his time in prison. That's it. I wouldn't be satisfied by the idea of it, but I just be like, he just need to go die in prison. That's it. But I might feel different at 70 years old from now, but it'd be, I don't know, it's just weird though.
You know.
Did you end up serving time for that? Do you remember?
No, I didn't. I didn't serve any time that I know of.
Okay.
I can't.
Okay.
It was so piddly that.
You weren't didn't go to trial or anything like that? Okay.
According to multiple news sources, John was 31 years old when the teenager came forward, claiming he not only assaulted and strangled her, but threatened to kill her if she didn't comply. He received a 6-month sentence, serving just 30 days on weekends after 5 were suspended.
So I want to tell you a little bit about my investigation, okay? Are you familiar with the with Palo Alto area, Stanford area, the hills in Stanford?
Yeah.
You ever go out there? You
I
ever,
was a scout leader. I traveled all those hills.
what hills? Which hills are you talking?
Well, we were way out in the Bay, Half Moon Bay Hills,
Okay.
and I traveled up through there, hiked with the boys.
Did you ever go in the hills, like in the area around Page Mill Road? Page Mill Road, like just west of Stamford?
No.
No, you never went to that area?
No.
Okay. So I'm investigating there's a murder up there in the hills. And would there be any reason that you were ever up in those hills? No?
No.
Leslie Marie Perlov was a 21-year-old Stanford University graduate working as a law clerk at the North County Law Library in Palo Alto, California in 1973. Her body was found dumped in the Stanford Dish hiking area. A floral scarf was found tightly knotted around her neck and had been used as a ligature to strangle her to death. It was DNA found beneath her fingernails that led them to John, who at the time worked near the Stanford campus as a security guard.
You ever see this young lady? You know her?
No. Who's that?
It's a young lady that an investigation I'm doing, and she was murdered.
Mm.
Do you ever see her at all?
No.
She look familiar?
Leslie's 1972 orange Chevrolet Nova was found parked at the gate of an old quarry near Old Page Mill Road, just east of where her body was found.
Do you remember ever stopping by the side of the road and looking into this vehicle?
No.
It's an orange Chevy Nova.
No.
No?
No, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Do you know the name Leslie Perlov? Leslie Perlov?
No.
No? Okay. She wasn't a girlfriend of yours?
Oh, no.
Okay. I had to ask.
She's cute anyway.
Yeah, very.
That would be
very cute.
she'd be about 18 years old, I guess.
Okay.
At Stanford. Yeah, Stanford graduate. Yeah. But that's it. I don't even recognize her.
Curiously, the sergeant hasn't shared with John that Leslie was a Stanford graduate.
Why do you say she's a Stanford graduate?
Well, just by the way,
I would just about to say that. I was just about to say, like, you shouldn't even. Why are you even? Well, I'm not even gonna sit here and support like a serial killer or stuff like that. But it's like when he said that, I was like, you saying all this extra information, you giving away. Like I believe that most people who murder somebody, they don't forget who they murdered. Like 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, or however long the murder was, I don't believe that they forget certain stuff about their murder, unless it's just like the person who's their victim. It just I guess it really depends on how they killed them. If it's just like some random person trying to murder you, or like a crackhead trying to kill you or something like that, you just gonna remember like, oh, he was just some white crackhead coming down the street, and he had a knife in his hand, and he was just going crazy, like you couldn't talk to him, and he just started charging me, and then I just shot him. Like, if you're a murderer, you would just remember who your victims are. I don't believe that you'll forget who your victims are. Like, I just think that when it's time for you to die and you get up in age, you just can remember all the bad things you've done. And then a murder is just like one of the worst things you know what I'm saying? One of the worst things that's gonna plague your mind all the time, because you're getting closer to death and you're just thinking about your victims. You're gonna think about them at least once a year. But I know it's definitely gonna be more than once a year. It's gonna be at least like once a month. If it's not even once a month, I don't know. It's at least once a year. But you're gonna think about your victims. Facts.
dresses and all in this area,
Sure.
But, I didn't say graduate either. I said, she's a college kid.
Oh, okay. Now this young lady was obviously murdered, like I said. She was strangled.
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever think about doing anything like that?
Nope.
I know that you were accused of a sexual assault, right? Would you ever think about committing a sexual assault?
Have no reason for it.
And I'm going to ask you these tough questions because it's part of the investigation. when you were younger, did you ever fantasize about sexual assault?
That's what it sounds like by looking at my record.
Yeah. Or killing a young woman? Okay.
No.
In this investigation, if your DNA was on this young lady, how do you think? Why would you think your DNA was on her?
Haven't the slightest idea.
Were you involved in the murder of this young girl?
Nope.
As the sergeant continues to press for answers, John inches closer to a major mistake, not yet aware of what he's about to give away.
You know about DNA and how it's transferred, right?
Yeah. What this can be how it's transferred. I can always just tell.
Okay, tell me about that.
Yeah, one is semen.
Okay.
One is from the mouth.
Sure. Yeah.
That's the only two that I know of.
Okay.
Now, if there's some that are bodily, other than these two transferred, then it's totally different.
Okay. And about technology now, advances in technology
is getting good.
Yeah, so they're
catching them every day.
Yeah. How do you think your DNA would be on a person?
Don't know.
Don't know. Okay.
Especially this person or these two persons.
What two persons?
Well, that you're talking about.
Yeah.
The two young women.
Okay. I showed you a picture of that one young lady.
Yeah. No.
Okay. What's the second young lady?
The one up on the one up on the hill.
Okay.
Yeah. There's two different places you're talking about.
Okay. One of them's up on the hill?
Yeah.
Okay. And then up on what hill? Well, you mentioned the hill.
Yes, they
Yeah,
got
you
caught,
mentioned
boy.
I mentioned the hills.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the other one? Because I don't remember another one.
Well, there's the two girls. It's not both the same place.
Okay. I mentioned one girl up on the hill.
Yeah, the okay, wherever she was, wherever the second girl was.
Oh, okay.
While the sergeant doesn't yet know it, another woman was found in the Palo Alto area in 1974, 1 year after Leslie's body was discovered. 21-year-old Janet Taylor was found dumped along Sand Hill Road in the same Stanford Dish hiking area. According to news sources, she'd also been assaulted and strangled to death. The serial killer responsible for the deaths of both Leslie and Janet would escape justice for decades, until now.
I think I'm at a point in my investigation that,
I'm guilty of that.
I'm trying to figure out. I wonder how much like with DNA up under the fingernails, would it be that like? I wonder when it comes down to DNA up under the fingernails, do they go and re-examine the body, or is it DNA that they kept, or what is it? And then this the other thing. With DNA, do they examine everybody who's inside the system? Because I never been locked up in anything like that, so my fingerprint never been taken or stuff like that. So, I wonder how that goes, but I just wonder, like, how do they re-examine the DNA? Is it DNA that they already just had in the system or something like that? Or is it something else? But I don't know. It's weird, but it's probably be something I have to look up.
well, I'm trying, well, there's a couple things, John. Your DNA's on her.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not trying to find out who did it.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm trying to find out is why you did it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you know more than you're telling me.
No, I wish I knew.
With John refusing to admit the truth, another investigator joins in the effort to obtain a confession, and the added pressure will soon tear his lies even further apart.
It's not an accident that your DNA got there. Your DNA and the type of DNA and where it is on the victim, there's no other explanation.
Mm-hmm.
You committed this crime. We know you committed this crime. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
What we don't know is why. And we're going to give you the opportunity to explain it to us.
You don't have to. I thought about it, and That's all I can think of. No.
No what?
No, I'm not guilty.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you right now, you are.
Okay, fine.
Okay. You had to have known this day was coming.
Yeah, I know that. That's why it took so damn long.
As they push harder for the truth about Leslie, John once again lets slip that she wasn't the only one he left in the hills.
So why her?
I don't even know who she is. If that's the first girl or the one girl that's up on the hill or whatever, you know.
What do you mean the first girl?
Well, he said there's two people. There's two girls.
Okay.
Unless I misunderstood him. They were killed within probably an hour of each other and 2 hours of each other, or day, or who knows.
Do you remember? How do you remember those details?
Some of the questions he's asked me.
Do you remember seeing any newspaper articles or media about those?
Nobody, but that girl there is not the other one that he showed me. If that's the girl there with, the other picture, I doubt it.
Why's that?
I mean, look at the body.
Mm-hmm.
It could be somebody else. I don't think they're the same one.
Is that why you don't recognize her?
No.
Because that's not the girl that you
I'm
killed?
not questioning. I don't recognize her. I've never seen her.
Do you think it was a different girl that you killed and that's not the one we're
I
showing
didn't
you?
kill any girl.
You didn't kill the girl in Germany?
No. Well, that's total different. That's when I was 18 years old or younger.
In a final confrontation, investigators force John to face the mounting evidence against him.
There's a situation in Germany where a girl ends up dead and you weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a situation
Here. That was
years later after you came back to the States where a girl ends up dead and you say you weren't there, yet your DNA is there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the chances are of that happening?
I don't know.
What would you do if you were us and you were investigating this case? What would that look like to you?
There's a brick wall.
What do you mean there's a brick wall?
Well, I mean, you found out, you couldn't find out, so.
What do you mean I found out and I couldn't find
Oh,
out?
nothing. I'm just let it go.
Well, you understand it's my job not to let things like that go, right?
I'm not I have nothing to say about it.
It's got to be quite a burden, John.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to put the questioning from here on, unless I'm represented by somebody in the courts.
What do you mean?
A lawyer.
You'd like a lawyer?
I like a lawyer.
Okay. Thanks, John.
After requesting a lawyer, the interrogation came to an end. But justice quickly caught up with 74-year-old John Arthur Getrew, who was arrested and booked into the Santa Clara County Main Jail with a $10 million bond.
I said he got to be in his 70s. I know he had to be in his 70s. I know he had to be in his 70s. I know it was something. I know my timeline wasn't off by too much, but man, as you can see here, I don't know how much. Let's just see how much time he got.
In January 2019, DNA from the torn crotch of Janet Taylor's underwear was also determined to be a match for John. In September 2021, a jury found him guilty of first-degree murder with infliction of great bodily injury in the killing of 21-year-old Janet Taylor. He was sentenced to 7 years to life in prison, finally putting a serial killer who had escaped justice for decades behind bars for good. In January 2023, he pleaded guilty to the murder of Leslie Perloff and received a second life sentence to be served consecutive with the first. According to multiple news sources, John Getrew died of natural causes on September 22, 2023, at the age of 79. His DNA remains in the state database and will continue to be compared against evidence from unsolved murders in the ongoing effort to close more cases. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering...
I'm not gonna lie, that is tight crazy. But I ain't even gonna say RIP to his ass, man. Hey, it's for you to take it up with God at this point. But make sure y'all go follow my Twitch. I be live on Twitch. Make sure you go like, comment, subscribe on this video. Putting out content each and every day. So I want to make sure that y'all actually taking part in this. Make sure you go to my Instagram and you go actually go like some of my stuff on Instagram, and I follow all of y'all back. Make sure you DM me and you tell me that like, hey, I'm from your YouTube and stuff like that. If you tell me you from my YouTube, I follow back, because some people be following me from my reels and stuff like that, and I don't follow them back. But make sure you tell me you from my YouTube, and I definitely follow you back. And if you like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. What's good, people? This is KM.Little right here. Thank you for watching this video. In this clip right here, I am showing you my different YouTube channels. They are in the link in the description. If you like this video, I'm pretty sure you will love my other channels. Also, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, and we out.